Welcome back to Waubonsie. We took you guys here a couple of months ago. In July, I believe. And we came back. It's my birthday. It's October 23rd. And I couldn't think of anything to do, so I said, well, a little car ride and a walk sounds nice to me. It looks like quintessential fall, as we say. The temperature is, I think, 86 degrees right now. And the dew point, surprisingly, is about 65. So it's kind of, I don't recall a muggy birthday in the past, because my birthday is almost in November. Typically, we're about done with that. But, yeah, we're going the standard route. Kids aren't sure where we're going. But there's nowhere else I'd rather be on my birthday than Waubonsie State Park. And the trees are really changing. It's been a super weird year weather-wise. I don't know what's going on. And it continues to be weird. I am slightly under the weather. I've had a cold the last couple of weeks. Well, actually the last week. But starting to feel better. Just got the residual fun. And it's about golden hour in the Golden Forest. So you guys can see why we like coming down here in the fall. We had plans to come down and camp. But I'm always too late checking. I usually check, it's open, and I wait another couple weeks and check, and it's all booked. So that's all right. But doesn't stop us for coming and walking around. And I did pay the box today, $5. We're just taking it easy today. We're not in a crazy hurry. We did a pit stop. We ran down to Rockport, which is about a half hour to the south of here, and allegedly got some fireworks just in case. And we also stopped at the trail's end and got some chicken livers and some strips, just to say that we did. And yeah, now out to the trail. We're about to enter the Narnia Lake. Look at those grass heads all lit up. Beautiful. This is Indian grass. Look at it. Look at the scene. And now, like I said, we've been getting these super warm days, but then as soon as the sun goes down, it doesn't take much and it's cool. I don't think we're going to get that quick cool down tonight due to the humidity and that added insulation in the air. Look at this, you guys. This is an hour from both Lincoln and Omaha. So zip down I-29 if you're in Omaha. I zip down Highway 2 if you're in Lincoln, to completely change your landscape and environment. It's like you walk inside of a postcard. So beautiful. And I do have my vest and stuff on. I don't know if you can see me. My sad getup. We got bugs already buzzing the face, which is unusual for this time of year. Yeah, probably a mosquito or something, I would hope. But I've got my vest, my Under Armour quarter zip or whatever it is. And yeah, I'm feeling it. I got shorts on. We probably don't need to review that, but it's warm. Feeling it already. But we're taking it easy and seeing the sights. We'll turn this back around to this beautiful view for you here. And at home we still have these little pirate bugs, these no-see-ums out, driving us about half nuts. It's funny too, because last time we were here it was so dark. This is where I was worried about getting like poison ivy. I didn't know what that stuff was crossing the trail. And we're actually going uphill here, which I didn't take note of, I don't believe, on the last one. It was so dark, I don't know, it just distorts your sense of place a little bit. But this place is healing for the soul. Usually every time I get here I'm stressed out. Not so much today. But just getting into the woods, unpacking the car, and just stepping foot on the trail. Doesn't take long for the stress to go somewhere. I think it fertilizes the trees or something. We're just parallel to the road here that runs through the park. We'll get up to our trailhead up here. You say, well, you're already on the trail. What are you talking about? Well, we're kind of on the trail. We're on the trail to the trail. You know what I'm saying? All right, I believe... No. I was going to say I thought we were there, but we are not. I refilled the old Nalgene before we left the car. Chugged half of it, refilled. Good to go. Look at this. All right, we got big bugs buzzing my head. Again, not surprised, but kind of surprised. 2023 is a strange, or has been a strange year. I know the El Nino is in full effect. The Pacific Ocean is hot. It is warm, and also there was not a big hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico this year. A lot of times what will happen is you get a hurricane that comes through and really just churns and kind of hits like Texas to Louisiana-ish in there, and that typically is like a switch that turns us to fall. That did not happen this year, so I feel like we're doing the slow burn. All the Gulf moisture, you know, wasn't eviscerated via a hurricane, and so we're just having these like series of storms, you know, where there's all this moisture that kind of blows up from the south, gets up here, and then you have the Canadian cold air that comes in and hits it, and we get severe weather and whatnot. Now, I'm no scientist, but just making the observation that I think there's something to that. All right, I definitely got skeeters in the ears, people. Alright, I'm going to unzip my vest here. Let some air in. Unzip the old quarter zip here a little bit. My good friend Ben, I call him Rich, and his family were in Lincoln last Wednesday. This is Monday. Or no, they got here Thursday and then stayed Thursday night. Hung out Friday. We took them to Runza. We made them chili and cinnamon rolls on Thursday night. We gave them the quintessential Nebraska experience and then sent them off. They just built a house up in northern Minnesota. Henry, no, because then we got to follow you through all that dust. But they're just getting settled in. They just built their house. Got the sumac going there. Beautiful red. My golly, look at the scene. I'm not kidding, guys.
Dad, I don't know where it is here, but do you remember when they had the little, like, I don't know what it's called. Had the little, like, cement building in the woods?
Oh, yeah. That's on this trail. They have, like, an old root cellar. There's a lot of, like, if you Google Waubonsie State Park and you look at the pictures, you'll see a creepy little spot in the woods. It's this little cement-faced, like, hut-looking thing in the side of a hill. And on the outside is spray-painted "Free Hugs." Kind of creepy. Alright, this was worth the hour drive. What a scene. This October day, 2023, Hamburg, Iowa, Waubonsie State Park. You got the forest and the prairie meeting, and what a sight. On our drive in, harvest was happening, full-on harvest in the Missouri River Valley down there. They had 2 combines going on one field at the same time, and that is some space down there.
Yeah, are the walnuts in season?
Are the what?
Walnuts.
Are the walnuts in season, he says. This looks like a little blue stem that got very big. Beautiful. Alright, here we got some sort of, I don't know if those are choke cherries or what, but yeah, don't touch them, don't eat them, because I'm not sure. Is Mom alright? Waiting for Irwin.
Then how about we wait for her?
Yeah, I told her when we got out of the car, we're not in a hurry, we're going to saunter today. It's a birthday saunter. We're gonna feel alive, feel our feet on the earth, breathe the air. There you can see above the ridge out there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can see out over across, I believe. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna quote where we're looking because I'm all turned around. That's awesome. Sumac leaf. The warmest late October hike I've ever taken, and we're only on part of it. Mom is calling me right now. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Jenny just called. Irwin is lost. He's gotten himself lost somehow. She can hear him and she's going to get him and bring him back. This would be the second time a similar situation has happened. We just get too excited and yeah, don't pay attention. Don't know where the family's at. We were at Platte River State Park once and we were down at the waterfalls. And this was a few years ago, so he was much younger and it was a lot scarier then, but he decided to run all the way back to the car, which was a hike. And he didn't tell us he was going to the car, and so I remember going up the hill, running up the hill because you're down at the very bottom at those falls. And anyways, I didn't know if he was going to be at the car or not. We thought it was going to be a disaster because we were camping there, but that park is huge and you're out in the woods. There's a big river right there. And it was going to freeze that night. None of us were fit or, dressed to be out overnight. Thank God when I got back to the car, he was there. But yeah, just a tendency. Randy, if you're watching this, when you're with your group, you gotta stay with them. Even if you're a kid, you're watching this, you're out hiking with your family, it's good to learn young to take responsibility for yourself and your safety. Don't always assume someone's gonna come save you. Really be intentional about behaving in a way to where it keeps the whole group safe and together, so that these issues don't continue to happen. Now, again, we're in a state park here, friends with the superintendent, Matt. I'm sure he could fire up the chopper and help us find Randy. He's no small kid. We can find. I told Mom we're going to walk slow so they can catch up with us. And now we're all spread out. Veronica, can you please describe the scene? Just describe the sense of place. It doesn't have to be esoteric. Just as you look around, what do you see? What do you smell? And how does it make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel really calm and happy, like to be here in the environment. It's really all pretty. Lots of yellow, orange, some stuff that's still turning. Yeah.
Yeah, the woods. We are in the woods, and the woods are in us at this juncture.
Absolutely.
Now we are pondering the idea. So next week I'm off work. So, and my typical weekend is 3 days. Look at the sumac. Look at the contrast. The green and the red, the yellow, the dark and the light. Wow. But so I got my typical weekend here that we're just starting. And then next week I'm off. It'll be the first full week I've burned of PTO since April. But these kids have not been down to the Ozarks. They have not seen Branson. So anyways, I think that that's the goal. It's not like Waubonsie State Park where if you snooze, you lose and there's no more cabins left. Plenty of cabins and whatnot down in Branson. I've never done that before. I have not been down there in 15 years. So that is a strong possibility. We were going to possibly go up to the Black Hills. I've never been there, but I was looking, the weather is going to turn, and see, so go figure, wait to go on vacation till November. So I figured the logical choice was south, and was looking around. I was looking in Oklahoma and Kansas. They got the Flint Hills, but Branson is set up for people to come. So I think that's what we're going to do. We might go down to Eureka Springs. Let's look at the scene. Wow, look at this, you guys. Just take a moment of regard, as Shug Emery would say. If you guys haven't ever watched Shug, look up his channel. He does hammock camping, and sometimes he's walking you through the woods and he stops for a moment of regard where the scene calls for you just to stop for a second and see it. Take it in. That's S-H-U-G, Shug Emery, E-M-E-R-Y. And that dude is interesting. He is a retired circus clown, and just an all-around great character. Good guy, super funny. I always enjoy his videos. He loves chocolate and desserts from around the world. People from all over the world send him like their region's, favorite snack. So like I might send him a Snickers. I'm not going to do that, but you get the drift. It's kind of fun, like when the European people send him all this crazy wafery chocolatey goodness. Look at the scene, you guys. Holy moly, we're coming up to the top of a hill. The paintbrush of the Lord is fully saturated. Here comes Rick. He runs up the hill to catch up. There is Violet, 30 yards behind. Do you have a visual on Mom and Randy? Have you seen or heard them? All right, we're not sure. Look at this scene, you guys. I'm sorry, I gotta keep saying it. No, there will be no filtering, nothing of this video.
Is this the burning bush?
These are sumac.
Sumac?
Yep. We got sumac at home. One of our friends just gave us a tiger eye sumac. We love plants at our house. And Jenny, so it's notorious for spreading. That's the thing. It can be aggressive. But I don't know. You just hit it with the mower and the stuff you don't want. I think it'll be all right. It's totally worth it. Look at the value. Hey. That it provides. So it smells like the woods. I've already said that. Sort of a very earthy, fallen leaves smell vibe going on here, of course. And one of my dreams is to find a property that backs up to this park. I look all the time. Right now with the inflation and all the other issues, it's nuts the way valuations have shot up. There is a place that's like 168 acres and the people, I don't even think there's a house on it. And they wanted $3.5 million, which is insane. Of course, never, ever gonna happen. Even if I had the cash, that's insane. But they just lowered it to 2.5. I think that they bought it back in 2001 for 145 grand. That's more what I'm talking. But I told Jenny, once you just get in the car, you know, you say, I don't like sitting in the car. I don't need a project. So we'll follow Grandpa Nevio's advice and we will rent. I think that was the conclusion we came to in the car. No need. Look at the scene. I'm sorry. Look at the scene. All right, I asked Millie to describe the scene. Can you please describe just the sense of place? What you see, what you think about it, and how it makes you feel?
I don't know.
All right, she doesn't know. Her soul knows.
It's too beautiful to describe.
Too beautiful to describe, she says. So, you know, that could very well be true. Now, Mom hasn't called me back, which we can infer that either I don't have phone signal down in the depths, or she's got Randy and everything's fine.
Dad, I was just on the ground and I thought that was a black bear.
Yeah, there's plenty of black bears in the Loess Hills, huh?
Notice when you're walking down and running, it looks like a black bear.
It does. It could trick you. Yeah, the subconscious assumes the worst. Yep. Now there's a strong chance we got mountain lions in here. Strong chance. If they have signs up across the river, like, hey, stop doing that, remember? So at, what is it? Indian Cave State Park on the Nebraska side, we got mountain lion signs up. And you know, populations of mountain lions as of Yankton. And we had a mountain lion in our neighborhood, as you all know, not too long ago. Here, look at the holler, kids. Straight down, on Laserdisc, it probably looks like just a little ditch, but significant drop off there. And here it looks like we got a tree that's been struck by lightning and burned. See that? Right here. I think it was hit by lightning. Alright, and here is our ascent. I believe we're about to the end, which is crazy because last time we were in a hurry. Man, what a beautiful scene. But I believe we just come up here, weasel our way around. We may be to the ridge. The legs are feeling good. Everything's feeling swell and dandy. The leaves are crisp underfoot. It's the sound of winter coming. He's upon us. In a couple short weeks, it'll be Thanksgiving. We've joined Costco. I don't know if I've shared that sort of news with you people. The experience of being in Costco is stressful. It's a different group of people. So Sam's, I can confirm, would be the people who watch Fox News. If you catch my drift. Costco would be your CNN types, which is fine. So Costco is all organic, and get out of my way, you poor. You're in my way. Get out of my way. That's the kind of the how it works in the Costco. Get out of the people's way. They're not waiting for you. They're not going to say excuse me. They're not going to smile. It's so weird. So, but now that I know that, now the thing about Costco, they have good stuff. It's like Trader Joe's. It's like the Trader Joe's of big box stores. So they've got like unique organic options, like weird, like, so I'm sure you could buy Doritos there if you wanted to find Doritos. That is straight down, you guys. Anyhow, but instead of Doritos, like, you'll find the equivalent, but they're organic, and they're like chili lime chips, which we partake in, and they are delicious. Just churched up Doritos, that's all they are. But to satisfy the CNN clientele demographic is what I was looking for. The word escaped me earlier. But yeah, so Costco it is. Trying to think. They've got the giant pumpkin pies. I mean, very similar. The staples are similar to Sam's Club. We did get the chicken pot pie. Apparently that's a very popular fall item. It was so salty though. We got it, all the kids spit it out. And it was pot pie, but again, there's a cult following around the Costco. People wear their branded merchandise. I think it's like the country club shirt that I've got. It's there just so people know that you're part of the club. And by the way, the people, God bless them, who gave me the country club shirt, like, they understand that. And I just couldn't see them wearing the country club shirt around. These are shrewd, wonderful people, and they know what it's all about. It's the social connections, and it's a business decision. It's not just a like look at me thing. But anyways, I don't know where I'm going with all this stream of consciousness nonsense. Let's bring our consciousness back to the trail. And of course I have blazed ahead. My goal is to get to the top here. I think this is the summit. Once the summit's reached, I will call Jenny to check in on Randy. And I also do have the Facebook connection to Mr. Park Superintendent, if we need him. If we hear choppers above, we'll know there's trouble. But these people don't stay together. We're all on different timelines, and now I'm breaking my own rules in real time. I wonder if that's where Randy gets it. I doubt it. It's probably all his fault. Look at these haggard oaks. So the trees that dropped the leaves early despite the 86-degree weather are smart, because we can go from this to a foot of snow overnight. And like 1997, the trees caught with their leaves on, they are done for. Because those first snows are wet and heavy. And yeah, we were without power for a week back in, or it was October 27th, 1997. And yeah, on Worthington Avenue in Lincoln, the power was out for a full week. All right, I can see our bench up here. We have made it to the summit, to the top of the bluffs, where we will look down upon the Missouri River Valley, look down into Missouri, back into Nebraska, and here we are. Look at this. I always like to walk out here a little bit before I give you guys the money shot. Wow. It is golden hour, guys. Look at this. Now this is the fall. You got the summertime view, which I had never seen before. The moon shines quietly above the scene. And here we go. We'll do the pan. And Veronica and I crested the butte together. And what a butte, come to think of it. Now I count 1, I'm looking 2, 3 combines out there gone at this moment. All the harvest stuff is drifting to the north. Harvest is ongoing, looking sunward. There's another field being processed, and of course it doesn't want to focus. There it is. There we are, trying to play with the light balance so you guys can maybe see more out there. What a beautiful day. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to call Janine and see what is going on. Be right back. Alright, so I checked in with Janine. She's got Randy. So, and they're on their way up still. So I'm just going to walk us down here. We didn't really do that last time. During the summer there's a lot more creepy crawlies, and I didn't want to come down here due to tick possibilities. Look at these yuccas. Isn't that cool? And these are native, just kind of on the hillside here. Millie, what do you think?
I'm just like, I'm baffled or whatever, that just how beautiful the view is, discombobulated.
I'm baffled. I think that's I think that is apt for the scene, to be bomb-baffled. So what this does is you keep following this like ridge top, not like this ridge top, and it basically wraps to a straight like vertical trail, dropping back down into the forest bottoms, but like the true bottoms. We really avoid that, going kind of this back route to get to this ridge. We could traverse our way this direction if we wanted to. And you can see you're up here, and it's a straight drop because you're looking at treetops. And those are all oak trees, they're huge. He of course runs with no regard for personal safety. But yeah, this wraps around. It's always longer than you think it is. But yeah, it's just the perfect time of year to come here because, again, in a typical fall, there's going to be basically no bugs. They're your Asian beetles and your box elder bugs. Some sort of critter hiding up here. That was weird. I don't know what that was. There's a animal in the trees there. Alright. That was super weird. I wonder if that was Squatch. Did you smell that when we walked by that?
What?
Something rustled in the bushes and it kind of stunk.
Oh. Mm-hmm. What do you think it was?
Probably Sasquatch. You think? Or maybe an encampment? I don't know what it was.
Are we going back there?
Unless there's somebody hiding in there. You see where all the trees are folded over right here? You guys seeing this?
What about it?
It's kind of folded over. I walked by, something rustled in here. I don't know if it's a purple people. Or what?
We should go.
What am I seeing in there, peoples? Anyways, it kind of stunk, like Sasquatch.
Henry threw something in there.
Not sure. It was weird though. It is golden hour. And we're living our best lives now here atop Sunset Ridge Trail in Waubonsie State Park. Fields of gold.
Oh, I think our car rumbled off.
Okay. Yeah, that was weird. Something was totally in the bushes back there and it stunk. Very strange. I just can't get enough of that sunset. I think it was 5:45 when I glanced at the time. Squatch is totally going to get Rick. He's going to be a little appetizer. Alright, kids. I know I thought that was our people, but it's not. Alright, kids. Here we are. What do you think, Veronica?
Not much really. I just think the scene of the view is very, very beautiful.
Breathtaking.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, here we go.
You alright? Yeah.
Are you
What's
sure?
this?
Yep, don't do that because then you're going to get the van all full of dirt and stuff. Here, let me help you up. Here, let me try to help you up. Whoops, there we go. Here we are. We got it. So you saw the peak with us. We saw Sam Squinch, decided to turn back this way. Smelled Sam Squinch. And last time we waited up there for the sun to set, you guys remember. Woods are a little more open tonight. We got moon shining above, so we'll be fine. But I figure let's make our way back. I think we're gonna head back to Nebraska City and try to find some sort of food option. I don't know what we'll do. Mom is a vegan. It keeps her going, so we always gotta make sure to find something that'll work for her. But the trails are beautiful today. And despite the temperature, totally worth the trek back here. Alright, and very soon this will be all bare again. You always get a wild hair when you're here and you say, let's come back in January or whatever, but then January is here and you say, it's cold out there, I don't want to go outside. Who wants to go camping when it's frigid? Not me. But maybe someday we'll do it. We'll just make ourselves come down. Now that it's summer, into November, why not? Which one? Yeah, that one's fun, huh? We have low light conditions at this juncture, so we're using the light we have to traverse our way. Hey, that's going to get you full of dirt like I just told you not to do, so don't do it. I'm a bad dad. But I just vacuumed out my new van. I don't really feel like... Now the dirt here is weird. It's basically rock dust. That's where it came from. The glaciers, all the rocks in the glaciers. Erwin, that goes for you too. Nope. I'm a bad dad. Just don't wreck my van. But anyways, rock dust, loess soil is super weird. Very, very fine. And it is said that all the rocks and debris in the glaciers scraped along bedrock and basically milled it all down into nothing, into powder. It all dried after the glaciers melted, of course, and then the east or the westerly winds pushed it all, and that was what formed all these hills right here. They were created by the wind. Wind generated? I don't know what my brain was going for there, but super interesting, and they're found from like St. Joseph, Missouri, all the way up to Sioux City, Iowa, somewhat in that corridor. And the only other place, I believe this is the biggest deposit in the world, and the second is in China somewhere. All right, let's keep trucking. All right, it's lighting up here for us a little bit. Doing another ascent here, straight up. Those yuccas poked me in the legs back there, and I can kind of feel it. Though I opted for shorts due to the ridiculous heat. All right, huffing and puffing.
What?
I said I'm huffing and puffing. Lots of hiking, climbing, ascending. All right. Of course, golden hour is over. And I have sunglasses on, so I don't know what you guys are seeing. All right, we got mosquitoes in the ears again, but we'll be fine. But you guys get to experience the full thing. In the last video, I think we got like 15 views or something. People aren't interested in seeing local hikes, which is fine. But if you're in Lincoln or Omaha, or even St. Joseph, Missouri, I don't know what you got down there, worth the trip up, that's all. Sumac looking great. I need to walk more, do something more. Sun is setting over the ridge. Rick is battling Sam Squanch, no doubt. I mean Randy. What a night. Gonna lower the sunglasses. Yeah, there's some light out here still. Sunset light. I have a video from a couple weeks ago, which is mostly darkness, which I decided not to post. We lost power at our house.
Oh, yeah.
There's a big storm that came through. There's a big power flash.
Yeah.
I've got it on Laserdisc, but again, it's just so boring listening to voices in the dark. But I believe it's supposed to storm again tomorrow and Wednesday. Like I said, you can't heat things up and get it so humid and then send a fall, that Canadian dry cold air through it without trouble. Alright, I am 39 today. I don't know if I said that. 39 years old. It's crazy. Life is crazy. Short, zippy, and yeah, worked in the trucking biz. I always get a wild hair and wonder if I should go figure out something else, but it just keeps hitting me how fast the last 20 years have gone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So anyways, the plan is, at least for now, to hunker down and keep on trucking. And yeah, the trucking world is interesting right now.
Dad, is there any berries that birds can't eat?
I don't know. You'd have to ask birds. Okay. The market has been super slow. The industry is slow. During the pandemic, trucking became a gold mine, and so lots of people jumped into it and bought trucks and trailers. And we're still working through the ridiculous overcapacity in the market. So when there's a ton of players, rates, freight rates fall through the floor, become unsustainable, and it just puts, you know, all the loose hands in a tight place, as it were. And eventually they go out of business and the market corrects, but I can't remember. I think that the market was adding like 500 new fleets per week during the pandemic from 2020 on. Don't quote me on that, but prior to, from like 2012 to 2020, it was adding 50, I want to say, to 100 new fleets per week. And then, yeah, after 2020, it was 500 new fleets per week. So just absolutely ridiculous parabolic growth. And anyways, now again, rates have plummeted. Tender rejections are at an all-time low, which just means when a carrier gets tender to load, they're not rejecting it because they don't have other options. They just take what they get. And I don't speak for my company. If anybody ever gets mad at me or looks it up, I'm not speaking for them. I don't even say their name. But yeah, great company, by the way. All right, let's go. We got a squeaky tree. Right, Sam Squanch. So anyways, hoping that we bottom out here sometime soon and things go back the other direction. But me and the kids at work have mastered the art of the repower. A repower is when one truck is running late and you pull them over and you shut that driver down and you find another driver who has more hours. He gets under that load and they swap. And then the driver with more hours repowers the load and delivers on time, whereas the original guy totally wasn't going to make it. But so service, on-time service is the only thing customers care about. Not the only thing, but they just want their stuff. They don't care how it gets there. They don't care how hard it is to get it to them. They just want their stuff, and sometimes that's hard to do. So that's what we do. on the weekends. We spend a lot of time diagnosing problems and then fixing them. And anyway, so that's been fun. It's always a challenge. It's always changing. So all that said, I think I'm just going to stick it out and keep calling Air Park home. God, you know, always, he's ultimately in control and can decide for me. And he always does what I'm going to do. Anyways, but next week, looking forward to next week, taking some time off and recharging the batteries. Hey, speaking of batteries, we dropped Veronica and Violet off last Friday, right after our friends left. They went on a fall retreat with their youth group, and literally in the church parking lot, drop them off. The car is shut, or the van is shut off, and it's been acting weird for a while. But of course, it decided not to turn back on. It was trying, you know, whatever. It was a bad battery. So luckily, one of the other kids' dads had jumper cables, because I, of course, didn't have mine with me at the time. We got it started, and it was a fiasco, but got a new battery, and by golly, what a difference a new battery will make. I go to start it up. It's got the push-button start deal, and great. Yeah, it just starts right up. Thank the Lord. And okay, so I'm glad that we lost the battery in the church parking lot, as opposed to halfway through a trip to Missouri, right, you know, in some small town, like right after I get gas. And then we're stuck and stranded and who knows where. But so gotta check the oil and whatnot. When I learned something, this is just trivia for you people, because I don't know what else to tell you. The cars with the push button start, sometimes they can act up. I didn't know this, but if the button is giving you trouble and you're holding the key in your hand and it's got the key looking shape, weird thing on the end of it on your key fob, all you got to do is pull out that push button. That push button has a, it looks like the end of your key, and it pops out. And so you just pop it out, and then you stick your key fob into that same slot, the same orientation, and you use it just like a key to start the car, and it just sits up in there like a normal key. Trivia for you, if you ever have trouble, that's what you do. But yeah, we popped a tire. I don't know if I told you guys that, because it's been a while since I've made a video. Got a bolt in the rear of the van, and it was a big enough hole to where we couldn't patch it, and so I put 2 new tires. I had to put the new tires on the front, and move the fronts to the rear. So yeah, we're good. I just need to check the oil, and it should be good for a trip south, if that's what we decide to do. But it's always something. I'm telling you, it's always something. You people know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna get back to the van, hydrate, and yeah, back to Nebraska City. I probably won't bring you guys with for that. If anything exciting happens, we will, but gonna find dinner. Don't want to be out too late. The dog is with us, so we're not under crazy time constraints. And yeah, just living our best lives now. Trying to think of any other good updates for you people. Okay, so I think we're back to, back to the road here. Not too bad of a hike, but we're still in it. And now we gotta take the trail that connects to the trail back to the car. Yeah, I'm out of shape, you guys. It's crazy. 39. I need to force myself to get out and walk more. I gotta say, the working from home option has been a blessing, but like everything else, it's connected to everything else, and so I don't walk as much as I used to, and I can feel it in the old legs. But when we used to camp here, we would do this trail twice a day and more, because this is just one of the trails in this park. There are other trails kind of down here in the bottoms. This was an old Girl Scout camp at one time that was annexed into the state park, and that's where all those cabins came from, or all the cabins, which you guys have not seen. But that was their origin, and they have been getting pretty clapped out the last couple times we've been here. We discovered this place like right after those cabins came online. Hey, don't do that. He was abusing the water spigot. That's what he was doing when he got lost, I guess. Anyways, sometime we gotta come back here just so you guys get the full experience of the campfires and the cooking and the coyotes once the sun sets. The last few times we've been here, they are thick and they come close, because when you call back to them, you probably shouldn't do that, but yeah, they come close. And I want to bring my night vision scope and see if we can see into the woods to see how close they actually are. And I learned that my night vision scope is not actually just like infrared, it's actually thermal. It's a thermal camera, so it actually just sees heat or just temperature differences of a background. So that'll be really fun to play with. We'll get that out here soon for you people to see it. All right, watch your ankles here, kids. Good place to fall. A lot of roots. What?
These are like stairs.
Yeah, like natural stairs, kinda. Roots jutting out everywhere. And I, of course, still have sunglasses on, not because we're trying to be cool, but because they're prescription. And I need them to see. What a beautiful day. Warm, but beautiful. We've got sweatshirts in the trunk if we need them. Got Harbor Freight flashlights in my pocket if I need them. That's right. Addie's got her EpiPens on her if she needs them. There we are, we're prepared. Doing our best. Alright, this will be a long video, I apologize. Sun is setting there in the distance. Randy is coming. All right. I'm glad we hiked back when we did, because it's getting dim. I've had a couple fall visits here where the sinuses just shut down on me. Sure, there's a lot of mycelium and mold spores in the air. And I was already sick. What?
Have you been sneezing too?
I haven't been sneezing, have you?
Mm-hmm.
The throat's a little itchy.
Yep.
But that's it. Alright, emerging back to where we parked. Golden hour is done. And what a golden hour it was. I will actually have Halloween off this year, which will be fun. Some goldenrod there.
That was funny.
They're state flowers.
Yeah. Mom, what are those little black?
So the plan is for me to go trick-or-treating, at least to walk around with the kids this year. Not sure if I'll dress up as anything. I don't know what a fellow like me should be, other than just the guy who walks around with the flashlight. I think it's supposed to be chilly this year. High of like in the 40s and then getting cold that night, but we'll see.
Well, that's my heavy selfie.
A lot of times Halloween night is like one of the first good cold ones. So it's always a shock, and there have been a few where we're shivering by the time we get home. I think I had to go get the van a few years back and go rescue people. It got cold enough, but all right. Waubonsie State Park, Hamburg, Iowa. $5 if you're non-resident for the day. Just gotta stick the little thing on your dash. And then good camping, very economical, good priced cabins. They used to give you free firewood. You gotta bring your own now or buy it. It's gotta be in-state firewood. They don't like you bringing it from elsewhere. But if it's from Iowa, you should be fine. But anyways, getting back to the truckster. And I am feeling it. In a good way, of course. Hey, don't touch any of this stuff, Rick. Get his hands all black with char. Heaven forbid. We made it. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks so much. If I don't know you, and we've actually had a couple folks comment lately, so I appreciate that. Let me know where you're from, if you've been to Iowa or Nebraska or Missouri, because we're kind of like right there in the tri-state area. And yeah, let me know what you think. That's all. See you next time.